and welcome back to Nantes West Track Story 9. And we've actually started this game. We're trying to catch up a little bit of time, so we've been surprised by how quickly this game is going to get underway. And we have Dock City, winners of the first game, up against now London Roller Derby, their first time on track this weekend. I'm Dork Mistress.
Hey! Hi everybody, I'm so happy to join you. I'm Betty Rage from Bordeaux and I'm gonna to comment and do my best. This is my first time on this game with you. We're sorry we're late. We've been surprised by the time, but you know, referees are right. So
it is Delta Strike for London Roller Derby, who is out first as jammer, and it's Maron for Dock City. We will get through the rosters later, we can show you them, but we just had to get going. Derby's got to be played. So we're still between the jam line and the pivot line, but Delta Strike is now on a scoring pass. Maron is still in the pack.
Delta Strike actually doing a super great job in the front of the pack. She may be gonna have the lead, the first lead of this game.
Oh, you can never tell these things. And there is something called an announcer's curse, that whatever you say, the opposite will happen. It's for real. But Delta Strike having a lot of trouble in this scoring pass against that three wall up front. Gets some offense from number 27, which is Ali Cat, and does break through to complete first scoring pass. First points on the board to London.
Yeah, that's opening the score point.
But unfortunately, Party Pants picking up a penalty in the box, but we have got Maron through for Dock City, while Delta Strike completes a third scoring pass. I'm just having a look, it could be second. And the officials are super quick. Yes, they were. So that is 8 points for London in that first jam. A definite clear message from London to Dock City.
Yeah, they're here for something.
So one of the things we would have talked about is that London haven't really played outside of the UK since COVID. They just have one game against Toulouse. So they haven't been playing some of these teams. So I think they've really come to sort of try and set a message about where they sit in European Roller Derby.
And from this board of the sea, we are super happy to see London. Effectively, we don't see them since the last game against Toulouse, and the team looks stronger than enough, and they look also happy. I see so many happy faces here today.
So Ellis is the lead jammer for London and sees the danger coming from the Dock City jammer, calls that off. Just having a look, I think that was no points to either team. That's a good response from Dock City.
Yeah, to securize the point. Every point gonna be super important on this game.
Yeah. So Dock City having that, you know, sort of unexpected or, you know, against the stats win against Helsinki, coming into this with energy, but they've already played a game. London are fresh as you can be in this warm hall. We have Wolf on the jam line for London, Mithra for Dock City, and it's Wolf through first. Mithra, very strong physical jammer, gets hit off, but also has picked up a penalty. This is now a power jam to London.
This is the first one.
It is. Chance for Wolf to really sort of open a gap up.
Yeah, she found a good gap just in the inside of the track.
And that's Malice Bab, who has picked up a forearms penalty for Dock City. Dock City having the worst of the penalties in these first few jams, but Wolf just brushing that off. Some great positional offense from London, making that pass easy. And again, it's just London being in the place that Dock City find really annoying.
London do it so well.
But that's a direction call for Dock City's blockers. Mithra still in the pack. After coming out from that penalty, looking for the star pass, helmet cover in hand. Wolf blasts through the remaining two Dock City blockers up front, one of whom picks up a penalty. Dock City in this first couple of jams, very penalty heavy, and that could be just excitement, nerves.
Just like, you know, on whole cars, they take time to be in the track, but I'm super confident and I'm thrilled to see what they're gonna do to end this game.
So Wolf now completing, that's the fifth scoring pass. Sorry, I was trying to do maths in my head, never good. 20 points.
20 points.
I think this is probably the highest scoring jam we've seen so far this tournament.
Yeah, maybe since this really early morning, this is a better one. Maybe there was a jam with 21 points.
Okay. Well, Wolf's just beaten that, taking it to 28 points in that jam. Highest scoring jam of the tournament.
Doing the job. Okay, we got to remember this score and see what's happened and if somebody hit that new record.
So it is 36 points to London, nothing for Dock City at the end of these 3 jams. London absolutely coming out saying, this is our game. And Dock City have called a timeout. I think that's a wise decision by their bench. Trying to have a chat. How do we stop this becoming
momentum? Can you believe
momentum?
it's only 5 minutes of game and so much happened already? I'm not sure my heart gonna, made it to the end.
Yeah, but it's smart. If you've got a team that are coming out all guns blazing, having a timeout just means that you can slow things down and sort of reposition yourself and take a bit of that momentum away. So that's great tactics from Dock City.
That's exactly the good moment to do it, and you knew it because you used to do it for your team. That's the moment to focus a lot and say, okay, that's happened. They are doing their game. What are we doing against that?
Exactly.
And maybe this is a time I say, to put, we say in French, fat line, but I'm pretty sure it's the same. To impress the other team and put some point and say, okay, for 1 or 2 jam, we're gonna do real fat line and.
Oh yeah, we call it a power lineup.
Power line, okay.
Power lineup in my gang.
I like it. When my bench said, okay, we're gonna do that. Yes. So it's a poor start situation.
And that's some great off the line offense from Valks to try and get Oblivion Newton-John through, and does help as Oblivion Newton-John is lead jammer for London. Malice Babs is still in the box as it is a power start for London.
Yeah.
But is now standing, so we'll be coming back on track.
Oblivion have no time. She tried to do a lot of points before the other jammer come back on the track.
But Oblivion Newton-John is on scoring pass, whereas Malice Babs is now on their initial on the track.
Yeah. You know what it means.
I'm not doing this in my second language. I am so impressed. But Oblivion Newton-John makes it out.
Oh.
And is back in the pack on a scoring pass. So this is second scoring pass. Dock City, Malice Babs still has Malice Babs, apologies, still has the star and has now completed their initial.
Yeah, what's Lon gonna do with that?
Well, I think that's because Oblivion Newton-John is in the box, there's not a lot they can do that. We missed that. That was a jammer penalty to London.
That's why nobody called. That is because London can call. London not calling.
Yes. So this will be a 2-minute jam. Malice Bob trying to pass the star to the pivot, and that has been achieved. Oblivion Newton-John now coming back on track.
Maybe it's a trick. Maybe she's not want to, give the start. Maybe it's just a trick to fake to London.
No, I definitely saw that. I was looking for it. So it is Oblivion Newton-John who has made it out on. That's second scoring pass.
Party in the pedal pit box. Everybody's here, and this is the end of this super long jam.
But Dock City did pick up 4 points. Fraulein F. Reckless, who was...
It's only 4 points.
Who was normally a jam, was put on as a pivot, I think, for that star pass. And that did mean that was 4 points. But the jam came to a natural end, so it was worth doing because, London couldn't call the jam.
Yeah.
But that's 45 points now, to London, now playing 3 for Dock City. So there's been a change down from 4.
I didn't see that coming. It's a lot.
So we have Delta Strike on the jam line for London, Bowden for Dock City. And it's Delta Strike who has picked up a forearms penalty. So this is now a power start and power jam to Dock City. Chance for them to try and get through, get lead, and hopefully another scoring pass. But London doing everything they can with big recycles to waste that 30 seconds.
The defense of London is actually super, super, solid. And they're playing a lot, like recycling.
Yes.
Ecology is something in London, I heard. They're recycling a lot.
I think that, this is a whole nother... We talked about strong defence when Dock City were playing Helsinki, but London are putting another level of defence in, and they're doing a lot more recycling, as you say, than they were than Dock City faced in that first game. And you think that penalty time has expired. Delta Strike is back on track. And
but it's a turn of the pivot to be on the penalty box for Dock City now.
But Delta did not pick up lead in that pass, so Bowden finally did get out and got lead.
It's actually a good thing for Dock City.
Well, they're keeping the jam going, so Delta went into the pack ahead.
This is the opportunity to score.
Well, I think it's an opportunity, as we see, for Delta to get out and strike, but Bowden is not out. Bowden got out just at the end, but I think had to call the jam to avoid a recycle and 4 more points. So in that jam, Dock City picked up 2, but London picked up 4. So yeah, I'm just surprised by that. And I think we're just watching the referees. And a penalty was assessed to Bowden right at the end. There was a cut track penalty.
This is this is something when you think it's okay and the referee come to search you on the bench, say, hey.
So this is now a power jam to London, and we have, just having a look, who is jamming, and it is Sable.
Sable jamming. This is the opportunity to see what the defense of the Dock City are gonna do.
I'm impressed by just how hard Sable is going into the walls and how much they're brushing off any hits that come their way.
Oh,
and
that was beautiful.
Lead jammer for Sable. But Bowden is now standing and released. Sable now on scoring pass. Bowden approaching on their initial. And
Sable almost, find a little hole to pass in the inside, but not enough.
And that is a penalty, I think a leg block penalty or low block penalty for London. And another penalty for the Dock City pivot.
Referees are on fire. They see everything.
But there is a lot of penalties in this first 10 minutes. And I think it is nerves, adrenaline, just... This is a very different game to Dock City's first game this morning.
And actually this is a new crew of referees. Fresh one.
So we are starting with both pivots in the box.
No stoppers.
Wolf on the jam line up against Maran. Again, apologies if I'm pronouncing these names wrong. We don't have the pronunciation guides.
Sorry about that. But I like to see the two names together. It just look like, something a fable from Nordic country or something like Princess and Wolf.
So it is Wolf who has picked up the lead jammer, but Maran is out of the pack and approaches the pack. Wolf sees the danger, cools off the jam, and it is 4 points for London in that last jam, taking them to 57. Dock City now on 6.
Wolf was just waiting for the inspection of the bench.
Which is what all jammers should do. They should look at their bench managers. I'm bench managing for the first time this season.
Oh, congrats.
I think commiserations may be better. So on the jam line we have Ellis for London up against Fred Finter for Dock City. Dock City so far using the same jammers as they did in the first game.
And this is a lead for Ellis for London.
Yes, it is. Approaching the pack for first scoring pass. Whereas Fred Finter still stuck behind those incredibly tough.
This
but
is
also
so compact. This is so amazing. When you're beginning as a roller derby at the first time, you're super impressed by the jammer. But with the time, you learn that blockers are
all
as well
about
amazing.
And you just look at that piece. There were 2 London blockers on the one sort of Dock City blocker that could have got in the way.
Just creating some space.
It's positional blocking of the highest standard. As offense. I mean, we talk about defensive passive blocking, but this is offensive passive blocking. It's offensive in many ways.
It's look lazy, but actually it's do a lot.
Yeah. They've definitely been working on that. All of the London blockers know exactly what to do.
You put some fear just standing near to the other players. And they're, what are you doing, an offense or no?
So Delta Strike picking a back block penalty up in that start. So Mithra now for Dock City still on track, eligible for lead. But has that 3-wall, gets the offense from Dock City coming in, but it was probably a little bit too early.
Yeah, a big London break too.
Yeah. It allowed London to reform, and Mithra is still stuck behind now on turn 2.
And there are a lot of work on Dock City pivot.
So that is Dock City with lead with, I think, the second jam this game that they've picked up lead. But Delta Strike is out, so all they've managed is lead. Although Mithra is now scoring points, Delta is on their initial. And it is Party Pants with the recycle.
Party Pants.
I mean, if you've ever watched London, Party Pants loves a recycle. And always the quickest to go back, and very, very quick.
I like this derby name. That's make me sense. Thinks about something in French that we say is la fête du slip. And this is like the party of underwear, but an underwear of a whole man, you know. So Party Pants make me think of that.
But that was a good jam for Dock City, picking up 4 points, taking them to 10 points overall. London Roller Derby now on 65, and we've had the first 15 minutes of this game go. And I think London have definitely come out and said, no, this is our game.
This is our game, but Dock City is here for something too, and it's only 50 minutes, so...
Absolutely, and we saw in the first game that Dock City were behind the whole way, right until the end. And in terms of the second half, we're a whole different team than the first half. And you can see now this with this defence up front from Dock City.
I begin to think that maybe this is, matter of where you are in the venue. Maybe it's like a magic bench here.
I think it's that Dock City are playing people they haven't played before, and it's just taking them a while to work it out. Big spill to the inside from Dock City, trying to break up that London wall. But we have Oblivion Newton-John, who is the lead, getting the points, scoring the 4 and then calling the jam, denying, and actually 2 scoring passes, picking up 7 points.
Obviously Oblivion. She knows exactly when to call. And she passed exactly everybody.
Well, as many people as she could before Dock City came up to start scoring points. So, 3-0 is better than 4-1.
Sure. Effortless. Same results.
So Wolf on the jam line against Bowden for Dock City. Bowden up front, but just the blocking from London is just making me go, oof. I mean, I'm watching it and I can feel the impact.
Yeah. I contract my abs just like I have to.
And we were talking about Party Pants recycling. We have now recycled back to turn 3.
Why not?
But Delta Strike, Wolf, apologies, has picked up lead jammer for London.
Where is Bowden?
Only just now at the jam line, but is out of the pack. And that forces the call off by Wolf. So London happy with the 4 points. And that's taking them to 76 points. Dock City on 10. There is...
I think they're unofficial.
Yes, it is an official review that has been called by London. I will go and find out what
please.
happens.
Yes, tell us all the secrets of the middle of the track. You want to know what's happened. I think this is London calling for this official. I didn't see something, but the last action, actually, this big recycle looked like a loss, like a hit of the baby or something. So maybe this is a matter of re-entry on the track. I don't know, but I'm sure Doc Mistress will know. and she will tell us everything about it. So we can see that the penalty board is actually with a full of penalties. There are everything for everybody. Oh, Ramit, number 6, is friend of mine, making direction. This is my favorite penalty. Actually, I prefer to not do it, but I do it a lot. So it looks like to be the hand. Doc Mistress will know at this point what is calling. Referees have to talk about it. We suppose they are talking about it. We don't know. Maybe it's something else. Maybe they're just eating, candies. We got a fresh crew of referees today, coming from everywhere in Europe, and we are so thrilled to see them. Many of them are super good players, also in many teams in France or other countries. I think I see Armadillo, if you know her. Really good French player. Okay, Doc Mistress is on his way. She may be stressed. Say, what the little French is saying was, when I'm not here.
Right, so we are still in the official review. It's not been resolved. It's gone to the tournament head ref for adjudication. London were calling for a cut track penalty to be assessed on one of the players, on the jammer for Dock City, because there was an incident where they were hit out, the Dock City jam was hit out. Sorry, I had to run.
Yeah, it was during this super long recycling things, no?
Yes. Yeah. It was over in that corner.
I was guessing it was something with a re-entry, illegal re-entry, or maybe a cut.
Yes, so what happened was the blocker was issued with the penalty. The jammer, while the penalty was being issued, did not get off the track or seat. So they're having a determination.
I see the confusion in the eye of the London jammer saying, it's not okay.
And also it's a confusion about when does the blocker stop being on the track and therefore have to be behind. Is it when the penalty is committed, or is it when the penalty is issued? So the clarification has been agreed, I believe. I'm just having a look, and I cannot see anybody from Dock City going to the bin. So yeah. So because this was going to take a long time and it involves quite a lot of official talking, I thought I would get out of the way and see what the results were. But we have had the Dock City jammer go to the box, so I think it has been from the minute that the penalty was called.
That means that from time to time the officials are winning. No, it's a joke.
Well, actually, it just shows that it is so hard to understand every interpretation of these rules.
If nobody sees it, nobody sees it, even if you're right.
Well, and also the rules can't cover every single eventuality, much as they tried. But we are underway again now, and it is London with a power start, and it is Sable who is jamming and is lead jammer for London.
Sable coming with a lot of energy on this Dock City wall.
Yeah, absolutely taking no time at all to get through that wall of 3 up front. They're waiting as Sable's coming through on scoring pass, but is now facing more opposition. That 3 wall holding strong up front, but Bowden is back on track and looks like they're unhappy about that penalty. They were like, I'm going to show you. So Bowden out completing their initial.
And this is just like, what did you say in English? Passage de relais. Sometimes speak the position of someone else.
Yes, you swap. So Sable now in the box for London, so it is power jam to Dock City. I call it jammer hokey cokey.
Jammer hokey cokey. That's
you put one jammer in, you take one jammer in, out. Shake the jammers about. No, don't shake the jammers about.
Bowden actually tried to find solution to pass this super strong London wall.
It is just so solid, but that's Valks going with a direction penalty to the box.
Yeah, this is an opportunity. Few players on the track is the opportunity to pass.
So Sable at the back of the pack on a scoring pass. So is Bowden, and we don't have a lead, so this will be going the full 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Because obviously, with both jammers having been in the box, didn't matter who started as lead. Nobody's keeping it.
This is a matter of choice. Everybody wants to go to the penalty box, see what's happened, and so nobody got the lead.
So it was 7 points for Dock City in that last jam, but it is 8 for London Roller Derby. So 84.
Did you mean it's out of this thing just for 1 point?
I know. I know. But 84 points now playing 17. We've had 20 minutes go in this first half of the game. 10 minutes left. And we have Valks looking to leave the penalty box and is back on tracks. But it is Delta Strike who makes it out. Lead jammer, and the jammer's been called due to injury. So we're now in a timeout and a chance to look at these penalties, because we have had a significant number of penalties.
I have to admit that when you were in the middle of the track, we look at the penalty without you, and I say a lot of stupid stuff.
Well, I hadn't seen them, but 4 for Malice Babs this far into the game is not great.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think that we
it's a lot of.
We are just seeing a lot of penalties. And that's the wonderful Derby livestream team are helping us show that all of this on track. Yes, and again, I mean, what's interesting is that it's Ramit who's picked up the most penalties for London, who is a blocker, but Malice Babs is the pivot for Dock City, and so is who they usually pass the star to. So if you can't do that because they're already on a large number of penalties, that does reduce your options.
Actually, I talk about the Ramit direction when you were not around, because direction is my favorite penalty. I can say that, but I do it so.
So I'm pleased to say that the injured skater is up and is being supported by the medics.
Yes.
So that
we're
is
happy too.
Wonderful news, and we're very grateful to the medics who keep us all safe and sound. So we should be able to.
Nantes doing an amazing job to,
Yeah. Just we need to make sure, and this is one of the things that's always difficult, is we need to make sure that there is also, although a medic is supporting somebody, also a medic available to be able to restart the game. You need multiple medics. And that's quite often when people say, oh, but we should get underway. No, because if you get underway and somebody else gets injured and there's nobody free, it's...
Who watch Watching Man? Who medics the medic?
Yes. So we're just waiting to get underway, and once we can make sure that everybody is going to be safe in this game. And, as we said, this is a tournament, but it's not a tournament with a winner and a loser. Every team is playing each other. So we have 10 incredible games all weekend. We've already had 2 upsets, and this is only game 3.
And I'm pretty sure you speak about it lately, but we got the friendship, competitions just a few weeks ago, and that's why it's so amazing to see all this amazing team today and to see what's happened to the ranking after these 2 days. Because obviously for Nantes and also for Toulouse, 2 of the 2 best French teams, it's going to be a lot to actually. The most important thing is for London. London could have win some places today. So
Fred Finter on the jam line for Dock City. It's Ellis for London, but it's Fred Finter who pushes out front and picks up lead. Probably this is, I think, 3rd lead in the whole game. So big news for them. And Ellis having a tough time. Dock City are changing up how they block. Thought they'd left a gap on the outside line, but no.
Dock City is super strong. Actually, number 20 do an amazing job.
Fred Finter with a big spill to the outside. You could just see he was like, I thought I'd got a gap, and then I'm on the floor. But Fred is out, completing that scoring pass. But Ellis getting out forced that jam called off.
That's a good job. That's what we're asking for. Take your 4 points.
Well, I think Dock City would have wanted another scoring pass.
Yeah, sure.
And
but it's a secure choice.
And it's just trying to get more than 4 points if you get a lead. So it is London with a timeout because Dock City have clearly been changing their game in the last few jams. So I think they're just having a bit of a re-strategize. So talking about French roller derby teams. So French Championships has been going on for like 3 years, no, 2 years? 2 years. You just finished your second season.
Yes.
Yes. And so have been mainly playing each other. And so London, although having mainly played in the UK, has played a range of European teams. And then the other European teams have been largely playing, the Nordic countries have been playing themselves a lot. So this tournament is vital because all the little gangs, instead of just playing within their little gang of friends, they're now playing each other.
You know why? Because it's all computer doing the math. So it's for real.
Yeah.
In flag track, if you want to have a real ranking, that means something. Teams have to meet each other, so it's super important.
So we have a number of flat tracks stats spies here, and we are very grateful for all of the volunteers and the amazing work that they
thank
do.
You.
But they were saying that it's going to take 5 to 10 sanctioned games before the WFTDA ranking is starting to get real. And you think that each of the teams here are getting 4 sanctioned games. So they're going to start having a more accurate ranking. Out of this tournament, because I said before this knowledge was bestowed on me.
That's why sometimes you have a game against a team and it's a complete surprise because the ranking is wrong.
Yeah. But we're back on track. So Wolf up against Mithra on the jam line, and it's Wolf pushing out up front.
For me, flag track community just like I don't know, secret people undercover. I'm like, where are they? What are they doing?
Without them, I would sound a lot less knowledgeable.
It's just like Gossip Girl. Who's flag track?
I could tell you, but then I'd get killed. So, no.
I don't want to know. I want to wonder.
So, Wolf on that scoring pass, facing that tough. Dock City having a lot of success when they're blocking up front in a wall of 3.
There's a star pass for Dock City, but actually she missed an opportunity to do a jump, so...
But we have, as you say, that star pass to Bilen.
But it's actually... No, it's working.
Yeah? So Bilen is now about to complete scoring pass, so we're all watching Wolf. Wolf was watching Bilen and called that jam. So... That's 4 points for London in that jam, taking them to 88. Dock City on 21, and we have just 7.5, or a little over 7.5 minutes left in this game.
That's
not in this game, in this half. I think I already feel like it's been the whole game.
Come on. We had a lot to do, an after party, and another day. Actually, that means that in the last jam, Cyber took the pivot and not the jam cover.
So, Dock City, Fräulein F. Reckless, who was a main rotation jammer in the last game, has picked up lead jammer. Oblivion Newton-John still in the pack, which, based on the first few jams, wouldn't have happened. And this shows how Dock City's defense has switched up. Fräulein F. Reckless through, having completed a scoring pass. So you're definitely seeing this Dock City coming back into the game in the last few jams. Oh, and that lovely space.
And this one is good. This one is inside the track.
Yes. Lovely
First
apex.
one was just a training.
So lovely apex jump there to finish off an 8-point scoring jam for Dock City, taking them to 29 points, and it's 88 for London. Whew. And that whole jam was less than a minute for 8 points.
We can see in Dock City faces, smile coming back.
Yeah.
And the team find each other, and they may be able to put the game we see on the first game this morning.
And I think that's the thing, when you've been playing the same kind of leagues for...
You can, because it's another team in front of you, so...
It's a very different team. Playing London is probably unlike anything they've done for a while, and so it's understandable. It was a bit like, oh my God, what is this?
your team and your muscle took time to understand and to find solution. But I think that Dock City do an amazing job finding solution against the wall of London.
Yes, but that's Madge going in with some offense to try and free up. Delta Strike
Delta Strike.
And it's Delta who picks up lead. It's Bowden for Dock City, who's hit out and recycled behind the jam line, again by Party Pants. Delta Strike up front, getting some offense, but the offense not being able to really split up this wall of three. And even though it's only two...
It's working.
Yeah, and...
To a point it's working, but there are, you know...
But then
a whistle and everybody was like...
But Madge picked up a direction penalty, so that offense did come at a cost. But Delta Strike has made it through to complete a scoring pass.
Delta Strike is back.
Bowden also in the pack. And that jam comes to an end, comes to its natural end, I think.
I really like this term of natural end. Just like
yeah. I've been talking about roller derby for quite some time, so I just start making things up now. Or I steal them from other people I work with. So that was 4 points for London in that jam, taking them to 92. Dock City on 29, 4.5 minutes left in this half. And we
have some people from London in the penalty box for this start, so it's maybe an opportunity to Dock City to take the lead.
Yeah, Dock City have pack advantage, and that shows with Fred Finter getting out. Sable's still stuck in that pack, but Madge is out.
Oh, that's amazing.
Madge came out of the penalty box as the pivot and immediately took the start.
It's a super opportunity to be, you know, super speed and discreet.
And Madge blasting through, and there's literally no other word, just physically pushing through the pack. Fred Finter and Party Pants.
I love it when a pivot is able, as much as a jammer, you know, to take point and to go back in the game like this. From time to time, you know, penalty box time, it's great. You think about, you know, what you do and what you want to do for the rest of your life and say, okay, I'm going to take this star and score.
So at the end of that jam, Party Pants was doing some one-on-one with Fred Finter, and again, just with the recycle, so quick to change direction. But that meant that both teams picked up 4 in that last jam. So we have 96 for London now playing 33. We have Wolf against Mithra, and it is Wolf who is out for lead jammer. But we have a star pass from Dock City.
Dock City definitely work on the star pass.
Yes. And it is...
oh, that was...
Patty
so quick. I want more.
No, that was Patty from the block who picked up the star pass for Dock City. First time we've seen them do that, but just what a great name, Patty from the block. So 3 points for London in that last jam takes them to 99. Dock City at 33, so they are exactly 3 times the points.
Yes, I'm not good at math, but I can see that.
So
actually, it's like satisfying to see this number.
It's so satisfying. So we have Fraulein F. Reckless on the jam line against Ellis, and it's Fraulein who picks up lead.
She chose maybe the longest way, but she find a way.
Yep. And it is Ellis who is chasing. Dock City not choosing to speed up the pack, and I think they were waiting to see what happened. But Fraulein F. Reckless went, nope, none of that noise, I'm going home.
And the jammer from Dock City, you know, really put his body... And to have this 1 point.
So Dock City picking up 1 point. In a really tight game, that would be great. In this kind of game, Dock City need to be putting on multiple scoring passes to try and close down this lead. But at least London have stopped running away with the game.
Yeah.
Dock City are really sort of starting to make them work for this now.
Then that's kind of psychological ascendant, even if it's just 1 point.
Yep. So we have Delta Strike on the jam line against Bowden. Both jammers finding it tough to get through the wall.
Yeah, the boss wall are super, super strong.
But Delta Strike literally pushes with their body, pushes over the blockers and gets out for lead jammer for London.
That's what we're supposed to do in roller derby, but when you can see it for real, this is just a body pushing so hard another body.
So I always love watching Delta Strike. I remember when they first started roller derby, and they were So I'm always like, oh, it's Delta Strike.
Oh. Okay, so it's a player for a long time in the team of London?
No, they started in Bristol Roller Derby,
Okay.
and then they moved to London, joined London, and very quickly made it to the top of their 18 to London Brawling, and you know is just one of the best jammers around in the UK.
I can see that.
So I'm like, I remember when you were at Bristol and a little, you know, your first few games. But it's so wonderful to see people now doing, you know, 8, 9, 10 years in roller derby.
I'm super proud of all these athletes, complete athletes we can see, we can meet. And some of them are friends we see grow.
Yeah. So Oblivion Newton-John on the jam line for London, Fred Finter for Dock City. And it's Oblivion Newton-John. Oh! And that is a penalty, a low block penalty to Berlin for, I think, an avoidable contact with Oblivion Newton-John.
Even if you don't, you know, initiate this contact, it's still illegal.
Yes, because it did enable Fred Finter to get lead. The pack sped up.
It could be dangerous.
But it is actually London who picked up the points in that jam, not Dock City. So they picked up another 4, taking them to 107. Dock City now on 34.
Okay. This is symbolic, but 100 is something, you know.
So that was the halftime whistle.
No.
No, yes. So I think, you know,
I didn't heard.
So when you think about it, in the first 10 minutes, London scored over half of the points that they have now. So the last 20 minutes, it's taken them twice as long, and that's because Dock City are very much switched on and working out how to beat this team that they've not really played before.
London come with, you know, strong idea to show his game.
They won this game. They very clearly came out and said, this is our game.
And this is what happened to the 10 first minutes, but after that, Dock City finally able to show us their games, a new game. It's not the same game that we can see early this morning, but it's interesting.
It is interesting, and I'm really interested to see how the teams come out of halftime, because in the first game, Dock City came out after halftime on fire.
Literally on fire.
Literally on fire. So I think, you know, both teams are going to go away now for a few minutes, have a think about how to change up their game. You know, London obviously clearly in the lead at this stage, but
they got this routine. They go actually outside of the venue, and I saw them during the first halftime, just staying, you know, super together and talking a lot, and with the fresh air. Who knows? Maybe it's kind of magic and something.
Maybe it's the magic air of Nantes. So we will see you back here in about 12 minutes. This is where we'll get the second half underway.
Yeah,
I've been Dot Mistress.
I'm Betty Rage, and please don't forget to subscribe.
And welcome back to West Track Story 9 here in Nantes, France. And because we started the start of this game in a bit of a hurry, we haven't been able to give you kind of all the information. So we're just going to very quickly go through the rosters. So for London, who have we got?
Yeah, sure. We didn't have the opportunity, and it's a shame because there are so many good players today. So for London today, number 004 Swan, number 020 Sable, 08 Party Pants. We see a lot Party Pants today. Number 12 Botwell, number 1236 Mage. Number 1293 Texas Heat, number 18 Elise, number 237 Kemer Ratatak, I know them. Number 27 Helicat, number 31 Vax, number 4 Delta Strike, number 474 Wolf, number 56 Dixie, number 6 Ramit, number 9 Beltlord, number 999 Oblivion Newton-John, and number 7 Kitty.
And for Dock City, we have 101, the world's okayest skater. Number 11, Full Enough Reckless, is the captain. 1618, Fred Flinter, and that's London getting ready to go back on track. 18, Bowden, 20, Bylan, 2077, Kafka, 209 Mithra, 247 Berlin, 31 Malice Babs, 414 A Crusher, 421 Patty from the block, and 48 Maran, and 56 Snag, and 95 out and about. So we're about to get underway, but I think what's been interesting, we had a quick look. There's an amazing screen that has the stats per jam, or the points per jam, and it did show that story that London put a load of points on at the start, and then it got a lot closer. In the second half of the game, Dock City starting to put points on the board and stopping London from those big jams.
And this amazing jam with 28 points.
Absolutely. Delta Strike
damages.
Delta Strike out as lead jammer for the first jam on this half against Fred Finter for Dock City. Delta Strike making space on that inside, but hit out just at the end by Joan from Dock City. That's 95 out and about. But that doesn't stop Delta Strike making it through for the first scoring pass of this period. 4 points to London, and it is Fred Finter still in the pack.
Okay, this is a
Delta
call on the floor, but still a call.
Yeah. So Delta tried the apex jump, didn't quite go the way they wanted, and actually were in such a strong position, decided I'm going to call this jam rather try and waste the effort. 115 points now for London, picking up 8 in that last jam. Dock City on 34. So 8 points again in less than a minute.
The team are switched the bench, so now we have the opportunity to see the faces of the London team.
So we have Ellis up against Fraulein F. Reckless, and it's Ellis on the inside line. Great positional offense from London, leaving that inside line clear. Fraulein F. Reckless also out.
It's quick.
So Ellis is looking for the points, sees the danger, calls the jam. That will be just looking at the jam ref.
It was a quick lead, and Dock City wasn't so bad too. It was quick as well.
Yeah. 4 points for London in that jam, taking them to 119. Dock City yet to get off in this half. So again, we're seeing a repeat of the first half where London came out like they've been, I don't know, just fired up during the half-time break.
To let London have time together, because team time, it's absolutely making miracle, because they are so strong. Maybe stronger than in the beginning of the game.
But this jam, first jam that is taken more than 2 seconds to get lead, but it is Wolf who picks up lead for London. And it is Mithra for... No, it is not Mithra. They've done a star pass very quickly to Bielan, for Dock City, who is now approaching the pack and forces the call off. 1 point for London. So that was great work from Dock City, only allowing London 1 point before they were forced to call off that jam.
They are not in a position to say, okay, we're not waiting a long time, we are to find solution, and the solution is a star pass for Biden or Biden, I'm not sure.
Biden. We haven't got the pronunciation guides, as we said, so we are doing the best that we can, and unfortunately, I do not have enough Scandinavian knowledge.
Me neither.
So we have Oblivion Newton-John on the jam line up against Bowden. And it's Oblivion Newton-John out first for lead. But Bowden is all... Oh, Bowden picked up a back block penalty going through the pack. So this is now a power jam for London.
This is a new opportunity to London to score a lot.
But that defensive wall from Dock City, wall actually falling
kind of suicide defense. Okay, you're going outside, but we are going outside with you.
Yes. But Oblivion Newton-John shakes that off, makes it through the pack for first scoring pass. And very quick juke at the back does throw off the Dock City blockers. And Oblivion Newton-John makes it through. Bowden now is standing and now back on track. So this is the initial pass.
So it's a last opportunity maybe to Oblivion to score 4 points and maybe call.
Well, because Bowden finds a gap on the inside. You were right. And is out of the pack. So Oblivion Newton-John goes, I've had enough of that. But still picked up the 4, so that does take them to 12 points in that jam, extending their lead out to 132. They are now 98 points ahead of Dock City. So the officials are being called in.
More than 100 points between the two teams.
So the officials are just having a quick chat and an official timeout. So yes, as we saw in the first piece, yeah, the points per jam we're just about to show you on the screen from the wonderful team at Derby Live Stream. So you can see there in that first sort of 4 or 5 jams how many points London put on, and none of them were really consistent. But then you can start seeing from about halfway through, Dock City starting to consistently put points on. But you look at the start of the second half.
Here we go again.
Yeah, absolutely. So it'll be interesting to see how Dock City will respond now.
I'm sure they do.
So it's Delta Strike up against Fred Finter. Delta Strike out through lead jammer. Fred Finter having to cover the whole track from side to side to try and get through. But Delta Strike just pushes their way through.
I really like the way this jammer jamming, because it's also, agility, but also
strength. Such strength
Make
from
me
Delta
thinking
Strike.
about Lamoche. It's a French player who played in my team. Actually, not in my club, not in my team, but it's maybe
a skater I've seen. A skater I've seen. And again,
obviously, because she was in the national team.
Yeah, and so it is that. You need to be fast and agile, but if you are also strong, you are a double threat jammer.
You're invincible. And Delta Strike, obviously, got the boss.
So we have a star pass from Dock City to Malice Babs. And Malice Babs forces that call off, so that is 12 points again for London. So they've put on over 30 points in these first 5 jams. In fact, probably closer to 40 points now in these first 5 jams. I'm doing the maths in my head, people.
So I can see that.
So, this has been a great few jams. Dock City now need to respond. And we've actually not seen just a jam line scrum. Oh, no, it's a jam line scrum to start with. I was like, oh, that's interesting. No, it's not. We're just freaking everybody out until 5 seconds to go. So it is Sable for London who gets out, but Fraulein F. Reckless is almost out of the... Oh no, Fraulein F. Reckless has picked up a cut track penalty. So it is a power jam to London. Just at the time that it looked like it was Fraulein F. Reckless was going to force that call off. But...
That's kind of jam cause damages, mostly for your le moral.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because even when you got it with your body, when your mind is out, it's something to going back. But hey, we got 23 minutes again for Dock City to prove I'm wrong.
So Sable picking up 8 points in that jam. Dock City held to 0. So, but Fraulein F. Reckless is now starting. So although London start on a power start, it's for less than 10 seconds. However, they've got Wolf on the line, and we know that Wolf can get through any line very, very quickly. And you look at where London have lined up, they're trying to absolutely take apart that Dock City wall. They manage it. Wolf is out lead jammer. And you can just see London lining up, ready for Fraulein F. Reckless to come back on track. They're on their initial...
They're waiting for you.
They're on their initial. Wolf is now scoring points. Big hit out and recycle. But Fraulein F. Reckless finds that gap on the inside.
She finds an opportunity in the inside. Nobody was there. Nobody sees her.
But Wolf sees Fraulein get out, calls the jam. 4 points for London, taking them to 156. So 22 minutes left in this game. And I think that, the second half has very much been London's game. It was London's game, then Dock City responded, and now it is clearly London's game again. So I'm really interested to see what Dock City can do to try and turn this dynamic around, take a bit of that momentum away.
It's also the second game of the day for Dock City, and this is the first one for London. So London is finding his second, we say second brief in French, I don't know if it means something in English too. Second brief is just you're tired, but after that, you find another way. But maybe Dock City, it's kind of exhausted. It's being hot here.
It is, and you're right. I think Dock City now, it's the second game. They are a bit more tired, but it's London picking up 4 points in that jam because Dock City passed the star again, and that forced the call off. So they are getting really good at that. They were starting to be able to hold back the London Jammers, and I don't know if it's
They
tiredness
just cut off the strategy at the beginning.
But I think also looking at the Jammer lineup, London are now going for the bigger, more physical blockers like Delta Strike and Wolf. You know,
we see them a lot now.
In the higher rotation in the second half than we've seen maybe Ellis or Oblivion Newton-John, and I think it's because they're working out who Dock City can't hold back.
Fred Finta actually takes the lead for the Dock City.
See, when I talk about it, the opposite thing happens. So Delta Strike is now looking to pass the star.
That's what we like roller derby.
So Delta Strike was looking to pass the star. The pivot was busy blocking, and Delta went, oh God, I'll go and do it myself then. And is out of the pack, about to score points. Fred Finta not calling it at this stage.
A lot happening.
Yeah,
I can't exactly explain, but a lot happening.
So I think Dock City have decided to run this long because Delta was struggling in the first to get through the first time, but Delta's now completed scoring pass. They're both now. So that was Delta's initial. No, that was Delta's first scoring pass.
I was looking too.
I got it was in my head, and then I looked at the scoreboard and I got confused. So no, London got 4 points. So it was smart of Dock City to run that long because they took 11 points in that last. 8 points in that last jam. The scoreboard 7.
Come on, scoreboard.
No, it's stacking at 7. Right. So it was 7 for Dock City, 4 for London, 8 for Dock City. So we're just responding to, because there is a lot going on, so I can understand why it's taking a few seconds to settle down, but we're definitely 8 points for Dock City, 4 points for London in that last jam. We have Oblivion Newton-John. Again, as I say, what I say, the opposite happens. For all in F reckless for
you can never
Dock
tell.
City. And it's Oblivion Newton-John who has managed to push out up front.
Yeah.
Patty from the block unable to hold them back.
Patty from the block to the extreme limit he can block.
But it is Dock City who had Fraulein F. Reckless who is out and is about to come back to the pack to score points. So Oblivion Newton-John stops that right there.
Oblivion scored 3 points.
Yeah. So it is, Dock City forcing that call off. Keeps London on 167 with those 3 points. Dock City staying on 42.
That's actually still interesting because Dock City have the opportunity to cool down and to show another play, maybe more defense, but also super interesting.
So we have Wolf up against Mithra, and it is Wolf who is through. And Mithra has gone to the penalty box. So it is a power jam for London.
I didn't see what happened. Did you see the penalty?
I did not see the penalty, no. But Wolf was like, I'm not looking no penalty. I'm going to get through. And I'm going to call the jam so that we start with a power start.
We're going to see what London choose to do and who's jammer going to do it.
So we have on the jam line, I think for the first time this half.
Who is it?
I haven't got the best view. It is Sable. So actually, no, Sable has jammed already this half. Up against Mithra. Sable out first because Mithra is still in the penalty box.
It was a quick lead.
Sable now standing. Sorry, not Sable. Mithra now standing.
I get you.
Yeah. So Sable pushes out up front, completes scoring pass, but sending a Dock City player to the box with the forearms. Sable now on second scoring pass and completes that with no opposition in front of them.
Because nobody see it.
No. Mithra is out of the pack and back on track and being hit out and recycled by London. And Sable says, I've had enough of that. I would have thought that 12 points will be enough for anyone. I'm calling the jam. So that's 183 points now for London, playing 42 for Dock City.
London feels very much like 12 points today.
Yes. 12 points is where we like. Because also they have another game today, so they've got to think about energy conservation.
Delta Strike, do it again.
Yes.
Take a lead so quick.
But it's not just Delta Strike, that's incredible offense from on the line from London, leaving it open on the inside or the outside. You know.
Did you notice how the team, used to take the line, the jammer line, like we used to do 10 years ago? Like
do you remember Philly
everybody in flat? Everybody in flat.
Yeah.
Showing the strategy at the last moment.
Yes. But Delta Strike picking up a one scoring pass on that jam. And Dock City not able to pick up any. So I think they were out and forcing that call off. So we have 15 minutes left in this game. So the second half has definitely been London's. But yes, I think, as we were talking about, quick official timeout, but the what we're seeing in terms of from London is on the line offense. They're positioned in a way to just stop Dock City putting any opposition up. So, okay, we're going back. The official timeout is over.
Okay, Ellis who's jamming for London City and falling for Dock City Rollers.
Yes. And Ellis pushing out up front, but Fraulein F. Reckless is able to sneak out front against that London wall. Some one-on-one.
Fraulein deserved this lead.
Yeah. But Ellis has caught up, so it is now speed the pack up, save the points.
Oh, they are just...
So London speeding the pack up. Oh, and the jammers are trying to decide whether to go for each other. You can see they're both watching each other. Is there a moment where I can give one? And Fraulein F. Reckless going through backwards. So that
everybody enjoys themselves so much in this game. You can see that.
So Fraulein F. Reckless turned backwards so that their hips were able to get in front of others to sneak that 1 point.
It's working.
Yeah.
She almost steals this point with his body.
So that's 1 point to Dock City in that jam, and that was just great tactical awareness by Fraulein F. Reckless.
We used to say 1 point is enough. It can change a game.
It can do, unfortunately not this game. So it is Wolf up against Bowden. Wolf out front, but that was Dock City picking up a penalty. And Patty from the block being forced into Bowden. So that
what happened? Wolf going to the penalty box.
Yes.
Bowden has a great opportunity to score.
But it is London and Madge with that huge recycle, easily half the track.
Are you saying it's a bridge? You say in French it's a bridge?
No, when they're going back that way, they are recycling and they're bridging to push the recycle back. Okay. Yeah. So that's a huge recycle, is what I say. And it's an official timeout. I say quick. I don't know whether it's going to be quick or not.
Yeah, you say that before.
I think it's just that I'm hoping it will be quick, and I think the officials are hoping it will be quick as well.
Maybe, it's just about the track, because I saw someone...
Yeah. Okay, so if the penalty board is really interesting because you have two players on 4. So Party Pants, who Hump Me was their previous name, they've changed skate name, and Valks, who is also a very strong blocker. But it's just the fact that most of the players have now picked up a penalty is what's really interesting. It was an injury, but the skater is up and fine and gone to the medics. So for Dock City, Patty from the block is one of their big power line blockers.
Yes.
And Malice Babs is their pivot and takes the star a lot of the time. So very, 2 players in danger there. And that's going to change how Dock City play this last 12 minutes.
And these players are super important for the crew, so... Yeah.
So we're about to get underway again. So 187 for London, playing 43 for Dock. Less than 13 minutes left in this game.
everybody choose to be in the pivot line and, you know, going back so quick.
And but it's Fred Finter again that's got out first.
Finding the opportunity to give the lead to his team.
Yes. So Wolf is also out of the pack and sprinting back to the pack. So I think just trying to force that call off.
Fred Finter call. Maybe it's too late. Maybe London have some points.
London. Oh, yeah, it was.
It's looking fair, but
it was a fraction too late. London picking up
3 points.
3 points. Sorry, I'm trying to see the jam ref's fingers. London picking up 3 points in that jam. Dock City picking up just the 1. Oh no, 2 points from Dock City.
Yes, 2 points.
But yes, that call off could have been 3 seconds earlier, and that would have been probably 2-0.
It was a little late.
So it is Delta Strike up against Mithra. Both of the jammers
takes the lead.
Mithra takes the lead. Both are very physical jammers, so it's been interesting to see how Mithra has had a bit harder time than they did in the first game. But Delta Strike is also out of the pack.
I'm not sure we see these two jammers together since the beginning of the game, because we used to see Mithra with Wolf.
Yes. And London has called a timeout. So it's a quick chance to talk about what's going to be next after this game. So we are running at about, sort of 10 minutes behind schedule.
We're going to see Helsinki again.
Yes, so the next game is going to be Helsinki versus Bear City. So both teams have played already today.
Yes.
And it was Helsinki and Bear City were, according to the stats, probably, more likely to win. Both lost their game, so it'll be interesting to see how they recover from that. Looking at the points per jam, and you can see the difference between the two halves, just in that graph. You look at the number of leads, but you also look in the last 4 jams, and Dock City had lead 3 times, and they've been able to put points on the board. So they are starting to change it up again, but it is unlikely to be enough.
That's 12 points jam.
I mean, it's unlikely to be enough at this stage, but I think Dock City are keen to make sure they get every point, because these sanctioned games are going to have such an importance for rankings that, yes.
And London is super constant by making points.
Yeah.
All over the game.
Yes, so it is that thing where it's, so Dock still have everything to gain by sort of closing London down even in these last few minutes, because the sanctioning of these games means that points mean prizes. So we are about to get underway again. London Roller Derby on 190, Dock City on 48. It's Oblivion Newton-John up against Fraulein F. Reckless. And it is Fraulein F. Reckless who is at the front, but has had to pick up the star off the floor. So if they get out, it is still lead, because it was natural gameplay that took the helmet cover off. That was what I was looking for. So, but both jams are out. So, and Dock City have decided to get a London goat.
Yes.
To get a point. But London saw that and then went back as well. So interesting to see what happened. Dock City didn't pick up anything.
Dock City didn't, make the same mistake twice.
No.
So they call.
But London saw what they were doing and went, okay, you can have one of us. I'll have all of us. Oh, look, we've scored a point. So that was 1 for London in that jam, taking them to 191.
I saw Valks on this last jam, put all the effort and don't care about the penalty and the risk to end the game.
So Fred Finter on the jam line, picking up lead for Dock City, coming back to the pack to score points. But Wolf is also out and also at the back of the pack. Fred did not wait around, and that is
what the jam referee says about the point. Is it working or not this time? I think it's okay.
That was points for Dock City, and we were just checking that everybody was okay at the end of that jam, because it was a big spill.
It was just like, position of protection, and jammer doesn't seem to be injured.
So it's 2 points for Dock City, but nothing for London. And I think it's the first jam in quite some time where that's been the case. So less than 10 minutes left in this game. And we're underway.
I don't know what the challenge is for Dog City in this game, but maybe the score it's something they try to reach.
But there's some offense, letting Sable go through with a wide outside line available, but
it's a star pass for Malice Babs.
Yeah, very quick star pass for Malice Babs.
I almost didn't see it.
And that was a big, London very happy with that. 4 points for them in that jam. But Dock City forced the call off with only one scoring pass. So we've got Delta Strike up against, I think that's Fraulein F. Reckless, who has the captain's band on their arm for Dock City.
Who's captain? Yeah. That's it.
It's the first time I've been able to anticipate the
only 9 minutes left, and I just beginning to understand who's is who.
Delta Strike pushes out up front for lead jammer. And it's coming through for scoring points. Fraulein F. Reckless still in the pack.
And you see the determination when Delta Strike coming back for the points.
Oh, that was, I mean, we had a perfect view down the line of their face. They were so ready for...
Yeah, I'm kind of afraid. I'm like, she want my point too. It's beautiful. Okay, another official review, calling from London and Dock Mistress as well, going in the center of the track to know what happened. Referees are super nice actually, waiting for her. Maybe another opportunity to see the points per jam since the beginning of this game. You can see all the constant points doing by London, all these 12 points on the second period. But also you can see that in this last maybe 10 minutes, Dock City has as well a lot of lead. So they're seeing there's already challenge for Dock City. There's something to do with this last minute. I'm actually curious to know what London is scoring for. We're gonna know. And we are back on the penalty board for London. We can see that the number 08, it's in danger, but it's gonna be okay. Yeah, there are more danger for the Dock City Roller Derby. We can see Malice Babs with pivot, I think, and maybe she's jamming from time to time. And also Patty from the block, struggling with many penalty, but I'm a believer. I think it's gonna be okay. Nobody gonna fall out for this game. Okay, we are reaching the end of this official review. Dock Mistress in this way. And she's gonna explain to us what happened. Maybe nothing. I'm curious because I have absolutely no idea what could happen.
So London asked for a skating out of bounds penalty to be assessed on one of the Dock City blockers. And the review concluded that there was not enough official watching to be able to decide whether there was a penalty or not. So London lose their official review.
That's happened. That's happened too. And we are back on the track for the next jam.
Yes, so London picking up 4 points in that last jam, taking them to 199. Dock City on 50. And it's Ellis versus Fred Finter.
Fred Finter find an opportunity, but...
So has been assessed lead, but had to go back into the pack because of that hit, and has made it back out. But it is Ellis who is also out. Oh no, it is a penalty to Fred Finter.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking.
It was a cut penalty. because there was a lot of frantic activity on that corner. But that has led Ellis to, unfortunately, not eligible for lead, so this will now be a 2-minute jam.
It's just like you say, a natural jam. What did you say?
So Ellis making it through for 4 points, scoring points, taking them over, scoring past taking them over 200 points for London.
Ellis took the information for the bench and looking at her teammate to find solution, but it's easy actually to find a way in the inside of the track and score. Fred Finta is coming back from the penalty box.
Yep. So Fred is back on track, but that hasn't held back Ellis, who has skated through with what looks like little effort for 3 scoring passes, now approaching for their 4th. Fred Finta still in the pack on their initial.
So that means that Ellis took one turn more to score.
Yes, so Ellis now having completed 4 scoring passes. Fred Finta's still on their initial and is trying to pass the star. There is 20 seconds left in this game, so I think there's a hit out and recycle by Malice Bab on Ellis.
Yeah.
And you have to think, is Ellis wondering...
But Malice Babs have to watch out about the penalty, so to cool down this game.
But Ellis is trying for that 5th scoring pass, but there's 1 second left, and that's it. I think that was energy conservation from London in that last pass. Ellis definitely was thinking, I've still got 6 minutes to go, and then I've another game.
You can see the staff saying,
and
hey.
And it's like actually did get the full 4 points on that pass, so I've got 5 scoring passes. I don't need 6 at this stage, and I would have to work really hard to get 6. So smart use of energy. But Dock City picking up 2 in that jam. Quick official timeout.
Maybe quick.
Yes, I don't know where I've picked up that habit. I believe it's just a debate between the jam refs and the OPRs to make sure that all the points are properly accounted for.
And I'm really appreciate. I like that when the crew takes the time, especially for the point when the jam referee say, I want the whole crew, opinion.
Well, it's because somebody may have passed another skater on the outside, and the jam ref might not have seen it. So you see a lot of communication between jam refs and OPRs to make sure that all the points are properly accounted for.
In France, we took more and more time, to play a game actually now.
Yeah.
Because of...
Well, it was average to put 2 hours aside for a game, and now we're, 15 minutes late after 3 games. But it is important that we get it right, and that's the right thing to do. So it's Wolf on the jam line up against Mithra. And just the speed.
My favorite Nordic fairy tale.
But the speed of that pack. But Mithra has picked up a forearms penalty. So Wolf is on the outside, hit out by Dock City, who are going for the recycle all the way from out and about. Who has Joan on their shirt. And recycled all the way back to the jam line. That was a time suck. But Wolf now up on turn 1, has just Jonah out and about ahead and is lead, but that took 45 seconds.
Yes. Number...
Yep.
Out and out.
Yeah.
Don't want to let Wolf pass this time.
No, but that's Wolf scoring points in the pack. But Mithra is also out of the pack.
Yes, I think that everybody is here, and for a while... Oh no, I speak too.
Yeah. So Wolf has said, I've had enough of that. No, I stand corrected. Mithra is back in the penalty box. So
that's kind of weird, because actually the penalty box is in an angle, and I haven't the habit, to doesn't see strike in front of me. Who's in the penalty box? So
yeah, we don't have a great view of the penalty box.
I forget from time to time.
Okay, no, I'm having a look at the camera now. No, it's not Mithra in the penalty box. Sorry, that was me having and we have a timeout called by Dock City. So we have one Dock City blocker in the box, and we have Valks from London as a blocker in the box.
I remember that Vaux was,
one of the higher penalties.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as you can see, actually, that's the 6th penalty, or that they're in the box for.
I don't know which one is it.
Yeah, so it is the 6th, which means that their role in the 4 minutes to go, it's going to have less impact. There's going to be less impact on the game. Oh, but look at Dock City. So, Malice Babs in that pivot position.
What happened with...
Patty from the block and Bellin, now both on 6 penalties.
Bellin was actually great last time I checked.
Yeah. So Bellin's having a penalty-heavy second half. But we are underway again.
And 4 minutes left to play for this game.
Yeah. I think both teams have a lot to be happy about in this game. Obviously, London are going to be happier with their performance, but I think Dock City have put on an incredible show for the second game of the day. But also, the way they came back in the second half of the first period.
As well, we can,
And again, in this second half, they've been picking up lead more. So just as I say that, Oblivion Newton-John gets lead jammer for London. And it's Fraulein F. Reckless, who's also out of the pack. Yep. So that's a penalty being assessed to London just at the end of that jam. And London only picking up 2 points because although Oblivion Newton-John went quite a long way around the curve, 3 points, some of that wasn't on the track, and so they wouldn't have picked up points unless they were on the track.
You were right, but at the end of the day, it's 3 points.
Yeah. Yes. So 3 minutes 22 left in this game, and it is Delta Strike up against Fred Finter. I mean, Fred's having the most success of the Dock City Jammers in picking up leads, and Delta Strike is just Delta Strike.
Yes.
And shows why, pushing out hard for lead for London.
Yes, but Fred Finter is really working hard, changing the direction and putting herself in bizarre position, but trying as hard as possible to
leaving everything on the track, because the thing for Dock City now is that they actually have a break until tomorrow morning. They have a few hours to recover. So there's nothing gained in conserving energy right now. Leave it all on the track. So it was 4 points for London, but Dock City forcing that call off, picking up 0 points. So 2:30 now, playing 52, 2.5 minutes left in this game. And it's been a really fun game to watch. I mean, even with a really big score differential, there's been some amazing skating and blocking that has just been...
We can felt actually in the venue that the Boston are enjoying themselves a lot.
Yes. I think that's right. I can definitely feel that they are...
The game is clean and nobody is yelling, and it's okay.
Yeah. There's been a lot more penalties than I think we've seen in the first couple of games, but I think that's because both teams wanted this so very much that, that they're really putting everything on the track. But it is London and Sable who gets out for lead. Mithra still in the pack. See,
I think there are star pass... from Mitra to another
Malice
player.
Malice Bab. And I think this is a sign that Dock City are feeling that earlier game now, right at the end of game 2. But it's taken until now because Mithra and Malice Bab were able to get through, and they're starting to really struggle. And I wonder if some of that is tiredness. But it was 4 points for London in that jam. Dock City not picking up any, so that's 234 to 52, and we have just over a minute left in this game. So I imagine London will be looking to probably run the clock down in this jam, and we're just having a quick check on the score board with the jam refs.
That's amazing, having this tablet and can be able to see in real time. Oh,
and for us, the difference it means that we can have a look at points per jam, you know, which is amazing because again, and this is where you can see that Dock City had that sort of swing back and, sort of, but then London have taken it back and have just gone, you know what, no.
That was when you took the official at the time there.
It was, the official review was at the end. And then London putting that 20 points on. And since then have consistently picked up lead. This I love this diagram because it shows momentum.
Yeah. The third jam with this 28 points. Still something. So 1 minute left.
Yes, so we're still just making sure that everything is accounted for. And I'm just looking at the head ref talking to Dock City. Because
maybe somebody is Fallout. I don't know. They are talking to someone in penalty box. Oh no, they just check the PBM.
Well, no, I think
when you are a non-skater official and you are in the penalty box, you have no way to.
I'm having a look, and the head ref is talking to the GTO and the tournament head ref. So something is going on. We don't know what it is.
You're kind of.
Okay, so there was a foul out, then there was some stuff that happened, and that's what's caused all the kerfuffle. So that's what's caused it all, because I think it's the way that they left, so it was Bellin.
Okay.
And the way that they left, I don't think they followed all the things they should have done, is what I can overhear from. But as you can see, we still have a number of players in this last jam who, if they do something else naughty, will foul out.
Yeah, but just for the street credibility, if you fall out in the last jam.
No, you should never aim to foul out. Genuinely, never aim to foul out. So
I do it at the very beginning.
Because you don't want to play the game. I'm just going to foul out straight away.
Okay, that's exactly what we say before.
Yeah.
You can feel that everybody is happy to be here.
Yeah. So this is the final jam, and it is
for Wolf
who picks up lead. Fred Flinter is in the pack. Facing that London wall at the back. Wolf through scoring points, but that's a big hit out by Patty from the block. Big recycle.
But London have the point. Anyway.
But London just a 3-wall there from Madge, Party Pants, and another blocker, holding back Fred Flinter for so long.
From the beginning.
But Wolf is out scoring points. That's first scoring pass completed. Now heading into the pack for their second. Fred Flinter still on their initial, being hit out and recycled and held back by Madge from London Roller Derby.
Oh, that's this person is like glue, when she finds you can pass it.
And that's the final
beautiful
jam.
Last jam.
Just waiting to check that there's no official reviews. So just checking that this is going to be end. But it was 8 points for London, taking them to 242. Dock City at 52. And that's the unofficial final score.
Yeah, we are going to wait for the final official score. But
well, it doesn't look like either team is going to call an official review. So this looks like, and that's been confirmed, that is the final score. So an epic game.
It is. Wow, what a game. London is really back on track in the European game, and we are so happy to have them here in France today.
Okay, so with me I have Party Pants from London Roller Derby. How much fun was that game?
This was probably one of the more fun games I've ever played. We felt like loads of confidence in each other as a team, and I think we proved it while we were playing. So yeah, it was really good.
What was your goal coming into this game? Because this is the first game out of the UK in a long time.
So our goals for this game was controlled chaos. If they bring chaos, that's okay. We can deal with it. Smart and adaptable starts, and just loads of communication on the track.
And that was really, really clear. What was also interesting was in the second half, you had worked out what Dock City did. What did you change for the second half?
I think in the second half we were doing a bit more 2-2 starts, like 2 offense, 2D, and just a bit more fluid around them, more zonal as well. And obviously we have a really great bench coach with us, Dottie, and yeah, we were playing shorter gems to make sure that they wouldn't score.
And we've got lovely graphs that kind of show all that. So you guys really succeeded in your goals. So you've got a break now, and then you've got Nantes next.
So to be honest, Dock City and Nantes were the games I'm looking forward to the most this weekend. Especially because Nantes is like a completely different style. I enjoy playing the French teams because they're really fast and very nippy, loads of recycling. So like that's also a bit my playing style. So I feel it's really fun for me to play against a team like that.
We were loving watching you just hit out and recycle, hit out and recycle. Well, go and recover. Thank you for coming to speak to us, and good luck against Nantes.
Yeah, thank you so much.